So yeah, after game 4, I was playing a like 13 half troll, 8 Watchers of Karna, spear support, Knight of Umbar and horse, 2 Haradrim chieftains. So in a objective grabbing scenario, so we both marched up. He won the heroic move off, so moved on to the objective, and so I wasn't able to. And so I kind of flanked back. My hero, Dane, bounced off the first heroic combat. But then he fluffed wounding, actually. Got 1 wound on 1 half troll, which was stupid. And then he charged the next turn, killed a bunch of guys, killed half trolls, charged in. My heroes, pretty much I was chopping through them while my right flank was being chopped through by half trolls. But eventually my heroes did enough that they were able to keep killing half trolls. And then some ran away once I broke him. The problem is, and then some guys were cutting up on my left flank, his Watchers of Karna, but he had 1 Watcher of Karna grab the objective, run the other way, and I had Aura of Dismay with Radagast, so that helped against the half-trolls, though he did have a horn, so that was a bit of a problem. But yeah, all in all, I lost 4-1 because he broke me. I was in the last turn, I had 13 miles dead. 1 more would break me, but I was close to killing his Knight of Umbar, so if he didn't break me and didn't kill the Knight of, and I killed the Knight of Umbar, I would have had a minor win. Or even if all his guys failed their courage test, dropped the objective, you know, and one of those things happened. And then even if I killed but he did kill 2 of my guys and I failed to kill the Knight of Umbar, he won dice to 6, because I had like 5 dwarves trapping him. He won dice to 6. And that was just really, really sad because, yeah, I was really hoping to at least get a minor loss, so now I had a major loss. And yeah, so I'm going into my last game on 1 major win, 2 major losses, or 2 minor losses, 1 major loss, 15 victory points, so not too high up. And I like Fog of War, but yeah, light object scenarios are in my opinion, they just are no good. I mean, not for a tournament. Because even if the time limit wasn't there, I probably would have gotten it as well. Or if it ended 1 turn earlier, he would have had the objective, I would have broken him, and it would have been a draw. So essentially, if the time limit didn't exist, was a bit shorter, or was longer, I probably would have won. I would have either drawn, or I probably would have won. Or, you know, or if roll-offs had gone my way, or even 1 different combat in the right place, I could have won, or he didn't pick it up that turn. So yeah, it's just one of those disappointing, the smallest thing goes wrong, and the time limit stops you from correcting those small, fluky die rolls that your opponent gets, and then you lose. So yeah, I hope my last game will go a bit better, but yeah, that's pretty much it. This is after the 5th game and the award ceremony, and so pretty much what went on is I played Derek Arnold again in the 5th game, because in the 5th game you can replay people. And so yeah, he's the one person I got the fluky win in Reconnoiter with, that like you wouldn't expect with dwarves. And so I did get a 10-4 win in Fog of War, which is my favorite scenario. I always think it's should always be in a tournament pack, because it gives points for protecting, points for killing a certain model, points for breaking, and points for taking objective. It's so balanced, and you can really play it towards your army, so it's not geared towards a mobile army or a small killy army. It's really very much balanced to any army. Any army can play it and win it. You know, it's harder to win 12-0, but any army can very well win it, and you know, even by a large bit. And so yeah, that's pretty much that. So what happened in the game is we deployed. I kind of tried to fake deployment. I went around to the side to grab a gazebo that was just on my side, which was the target. He sent some riders to go to his target. I managed to kill those riders with a crossbow left back on one of the other possible objectives. Shot 1 off, and then killed the other with the ram who went over. But because he sent the guy the other way, he actually bluffed me off, so that only at the last turn of the game, there was 1 turn, the turn that we could have ended, there were like 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes left, but we were allowed to start again. In that turn, it would have been a draw. But because I wanted to kill Rumil, protect Dane, and take the gazebo. He wanted to kill Dane, protect Thranduil, and take the a building on the left. And actually, because of that last turn, one goat was able to kill the guy who was on the building on the left. And I broke him the last turn as well. And Dane stayed alive, fortunately, which was amazing. What really happened, there were two key events. One was Gloin getting shot and failing his fate with one wound, the Elven Archers, and then Radagast double wanting to renew him, and then Legolas getting a 3 on his auto hit, mighting it up and killing Gloin before combat even hit. And I'm like, oh no. Because I no longer have my grenade guy. I was certain Gloin was the one he was after. Turned out it was Dane. But, yeah, that's pretty much... He went after him, and, yeah, so Dane, there was one point where I kind of flanked around. I got in my objective, and I wasn't committing Dane too hard, because he was the one I was trying to protect, and he could easily get outmaneuvered, out-heroic struck, and get killed. So I was crushing someone else on the side. He was killing a good number of dwarves, but then there was one turn where I was able, where Dane had been charged. There was another dwarf who was charged, and what I realized is that if Radagast transfixed Rumel, because he was out of will at that point, I transfixed him with the idea of maybe going in a turn earlier, and then charged Radagast into one elf. If Dane called a combat, he moved into Radagast combat, who also called a heroic combat, and he could move into Rumel. Now, just in case this isn't legal, we asked the judge, and he did say it was legal. So as far as I know, it is, but if it wasn't, that was the way it was ruled in the game. And so yeah, pretty much I was able to kill Rumel that way, which was the hero I wanted to kill. But then Dane was surrounded and almost died, so I only got 1 VP for, having him alive, not unwounded, which would have been 3. However, my opponent did get his 1 for wounding Dane then, and he wanted to protect Thranduil. So the final score, I broke him by 1 maul at the end of the game. I just broke him. And yeah, so that pretty much meant, and I was 1 or 2 away from breaking. And yeah, so that final turn I was able to beat him off his objective. Dane managed to stay alive, and I broke him. And yeah, so pretty much that meant I won 10-4 because I had my objective that I was going for, because I actually beat a guy who was charging up my defended objective. I beat an elf off. And so yeah, I had 3 points for the objective, 3 points for killing the enemy here I wanted to, 3 points for breaking him, and 1 for keeping Dane alive, and he got 1 for getting a wound on Dane, and 3 for protecting Thranduil. And yeah, that's pretty much how it went, and my final placing was 28th, and that was actually right 1 spot above Timothy Hickson by 2 victory points. So that was actually cool that my doubles partner and me just pretty much got the same score pretty much, and so that was cool, and I managed to land top half, so better than last year. And yeah, so it was 10 tournament points in all from 2 major wins, 2 minor losses, and a major loss, and then 24 victory points. So yeah, and as far as the painting competition, you'll have seen I didn't win any of the competitions. The Capital Palette, I guess I placed it up in Journeyman, where only some of my stuff should have been there. Most of it should have been Apprenticed, apparently, because I won absolutely nothing. So, yeah, that's how that went, and, yeah, so that was the Nova Open 2018 last Hobbit SPG tournament ever. So, yeah, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Support your Middle-earth hobby, and Hakman Ruki Astu. Thank you.